All right, here we go. Another edition of the Horseman Pro Football Talk podcast. I'm Brad.
And I'm Hefe.
All right, that brings us to the Colts and the Vikings. Well, this is not going to be good, man.
No.
The Vikings lost, unexpectedly lost. Now, we talked about that. Lions fans believed, Matt Dan believed, the Lions believed, and you and I believed. There wasn't anybody else to believe that the Lions could or should win that game yesterday. A little bit of an exaggeration, but I'm just trying to make a point. I mean, they stunned them. The Vikings are stunned. And so we're going to talk about this again. We're going to see what the Vikings can put together. If the Vikings are who we thought that they were at home after coming off an unexpected loss to the Lions, they're going to beat the holy shit out of the Colts. And it could be ugly. Of course, we said that about Dallas this past weekend. And that they should have lost that one. That Dallas should have lost. But the Jeff Saturday experiment is, I don't know. What do you think?
Talking about the Jeff Saturday experiment, like, it's so crazy. Like, the first week, Jeff Saturday came in, everything sounded right. They ended up beating the Raiders. The offense scored, they scored 27 points or something. Like, it looked like a functional team. And then, the defense had been great. And even for 3 quarters against Dallas, it looked like, all right, whatever Jeff Saturday is doing, like, it's taken hold. And then you get destroyed by Dallas. And fortunately, unfortunately, they had the bye week. So everybody for a week at this point has just been sitting on the fact that the Colts got destroyed like that. So somehow, some way, this team has all the talent that it does, but it can't be fixed. Like, it just can't be fixed. No matter what voices in the locker room, no matter what kind of motivation is trying to be given to the team, it can't be fixed. I don't know how that's possible. So many all-pros and Pro Bowlers. And I had a thought during the Cowboys game, when they started getting shredded in the fourth quarter. I was like, if Darius Leonard was on this team, like, does his energy, just him being able to suit up and be on the field, like, is there something about Darius Leonard, like, what's so special about him that it affects the team the way we've seen it this year? Because that's like the only major difference that I can think. Because even in the games that Darius Leonard played in the limited capacity that he was playing, like, it just seemed like a different energy while he was on the field. So, I'm a huge Darius Leonard fan. Maybe I'm biased there. I want to just be able to find a reason that all this craziness has happened this year. But I don't know. The Colts have been a joke this year. You know what I mean? Like, that's the nicest word I can come up with for it. It's just been a joke this year. And like I said, it just can't be saved.
No. And Jeff Saturday was thrown into a really unwinnable situation. I mean, okay, so if he won some games, it's winnable, but it just wasn't a good situation. And especially since you have to upgrade Parks Frazier, and now somebody's calling the plays, never called the plays before. If Jeff Saturday steps in and we have guys that have been in the league a long time, on offensive and defensive coordinators that could almost be head coaches themselves, and like Jack Del Rio and those kind of guys. I mean, not that I'm a big Del Rio fan, but I'm trying to make a point. If you have those type of guys there, and a guy like Saturday comes in and his management style is loose and let's all get it done, and and hypes everybody up, that's one thing. But when you got guys that may be in a position they're not yet qualified for, they're reaching, they're trying to learn, people. So if you got a guy like Frank Wright's been around the block a few times, you can have guys that don't have all the experience because he offsets that with his experience. Saturday doesn't have that. I mean, he has his playing experience, but he doesn't have his coaching experience. I don't know that he's got enough ass behind him to straighten this out. I just got a sick to my stomach feeling about the rest of the season. I don't believe in tanking. Irsay says he doesn't believe in tanking either. Not that anybody cares what I think, but I just think it's bad. And I think, again, when we talk about the two different mentalities for this game, the Colts are bleeding excessively. They're fighting. They're in the octagon, and they've got blood coming out everywhere, and they don't know where, and they're trying to figure out. They don't want to get hit in those same spots. They're more worried about their injuries and getting their shit fixed. And Minnesota just got slugged in the face and they're pissed off and they're coming back at them. The mentality of these two teams is so different. That's why I say this will be bad.
Yeah, and look, one thing the Vikings did against the Lions was self-inflicted wounds. Like Kirk Cousins had over 400 yards. Justin Jefferson had a career high in yards, and I mean he's the best receiver in the world at this point. It's crazy that he just had his career high, and coming in here, like you said, they're coming in with a vengeance. Like they don't usually have the self-inflicted wounds. That's why in one-score games they're 9-0 because they usually execute those. The Colts, on the other hand, are, you could say, probably the team worst or best, however you want to look at it, at shooting themselves in the foot. They consistently, on the offensive side of the ball especially, shoot themselves in the foot. So the way the Vikings defenses look lately, maybe the Colts get to 20 points, but I expect this to look a lot like that Dallas game did.
Yeah, I was going to say that earlier. We're on the same page there.
And I would love to know what you think about this game, what you think is going to happen, who you think is going to win. You let me know down in the comments. Don't forget to hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe, and we'll see you for the next video.